What's up, guys? I found a new show to review, and it is Bad Bitches Only on Now That's TV. Okay? First, I want to say congratulations to all the ladies who is working their sets and collecting them checks. So I just tuned in, and I am on episode 1. And the first thing I noticed on episode 1 was OG Barbie doll's hat. I hated her hat in her introduction shot. I just wanted her to take the hat off, okay? But the hat made me really look at her, and when she's not done up, without her wigs and her makeup, she looks really, really young. So then I'm like, how the hell she got OG in front of her name? Like, you look like she looks young. She don't look like she an OG, like she ain't calling no shots or nothing. I don't know. I guess if we keep watching, we'll find out. Another thing I noticed is that all the light girls or the Spanish girls, they all look alike. Like, I couldn't tell who was who. Of course, the show kicks off with Nicole and her drama, okay? So Nicole is on the bus, the little sprinter, going to the house, and OG Nia Lee comes and speak to her. So I don't know if it's the way that it was edited or what, but when OG Nia Lee spoke to her and then she left, Nicole's like, hey, babes, I love you, whatever. It gave a little fakish, but whatever. I just want to give it all a chance to play out. But whatever. OG Nia Lee spoke and she left. And then it went from Nicole speaking to Nia Lee, talking about I love you, whatever. And then she's like, oh, it's this bitch from New York that I don't like. So initially I thought she was talking about OG Nia Lee. I was like, yo, scary ass. And then I'm like, oh, Nicole, Nia Lee will lay it out. You know what I'm saying? I hope you're not talking about Nia Lee. But come to find out, she's not talking about Nia Lee. She talking about a girl named Jasmine. Nicole says that Jasmine was talking junk about her, saying that she's on coke, and how Jasmine has a video of Nicole sucking on 6ix9ine's penis. And Nicole is like, if you got a video of me sucking 6ix9ine's penis, show me. Because if you don't show me, I got a video of you sucking some other niggas. And I'm going to put it out there, babes. Nicole going crazy, talk about this girl talking junk about her. And at this moment, Nicole going so crazy, I'm like, well, who the hell is I cannot wait to see who Jasmine is. Moving right along. So now a few of the girls get into the house, and it is OG Nia Lee, Gorgeous Doll, Blue Jasmine, and Redbone. So now when I see the Blue Jasmine, I'm like, oh shit, is this the same Jasmine that Nicole is talking about? And if so, this about to be good, because I just seen Nia Lee speak to Jasmine. I'm getting it all mixed up. I just seen Nia Lee speak to Nicole. I just seen Nicole go on a rant about this girl, Jasmine, who she got it out for. Okay, and Jasmine, this Blue Jasmine right here that's in this scene is Nia Lee's friend. I'm like, child, this about to be good. Is this the same goddamn Jasmine? Anywho, so the girls is like chopping it up, getting to know each other. So OG Nia Lee asks Gorgeous Doll, like, where you from? Child, Gorgeous Doll went on an hour rant talking about her daddy sell drugs. He moved around. He went from Ohio to New York. She was overweight from postpartum depression after having her baby. The baby daddy went to jail for 40 years. She had postpartum. She was depressed about that. She just said a whole lot of unnecessary ish to a bunch of girls that she don't know. But she never answered the question of where she's from. So I thought I was tripping until a girl was in the confessionals that I didn't know if it was Jasmine or not, because her other confessionals look wasn't this confessionals look. And then I'm like, all the Spanish girls, like I told y'all, they all look alike. And I ain't been watching long enough to be able to decipher who is who, but I think it was Blue Jasmine. Anyways, she said exactly what I was thinking. Like, Gorgeous Doll just offered all her life business, but never answered the question of where she's from. And people like Gorgeous Doll, people that just offer information off rip, like you're telling a bunch of girls that you don't know, this is your first time meeting them, your whole life story. People like that are usually liars. So in this scene, Gorgeous Doll stood out to me as someone we gotta watch. Now this next scene just blew me away. The next scene is Gorgeous Doll like a stripper therapist, like a fairy home mother, like she is on a mentorship call, giving a girl advice. The girl is telling her, oh, I just don't know about going to other places, making money. Like, she's supposed to be a therapist to give up and coming strippers guidance or something. But then I'm like, hold up, she's doing it all like spiritually and like a real therapist. I'm like, ain't this the same bitch all over social media airing out Future and her business? Ain't this the same girl who was in the club partying while pregnant with allegedly 21 Savage baby and going after Lotto? Now she a stripper therapist, very whole mother on this show talking about she got a whole mentorship program. Baby, you need a therapist. Out here trying to be a therapist. I don't know. I mean, I get it and I don't. I mean, I get what she's trying to do, but she's not the right person. I really hope the Dollhouse, that's what her business mentorship program is called, is not really out here charging these people for these type of goddamn calls, and she doing what she doing all over social media, because ain't no way. So now a girl named Sav come into the house where OG Nia Lee, Redbone, Gorgeous Doll, and Blue Jasmine is at. And Sav was on the bus with Nicole and them. So, you know, Sav walk in, she introduced herself, but really she like, what's up with Jasmine and Nicole? So I'm like, oh, this is the Jasmine that Nicole talking about. So now I'm tuned all the way in because I need to know the tea. So Jasmine starts telling her side of the story, and she says that Nicole got into it because Nicole told someone who could have given Jasmine an opportunity, that Nicole told that person that Jasmine does voodoo, and Jasmine didn't take too lightly to that. Who would? If you don't do voodoo, why is you telling people that I do voodoo? You know, that's a big thing. So Jasmine gets on the internet and she starts venting and she's talking junk about Nicole, and then Jasmine is like, you know, it was in my close friends. It was only like 30 people. So now Nicole is mad because she feels like I brought it to the internet, but I didn't bring it to the internet. Now me, I'm like, well, if you wrote a whole post and then you post it on social media, whether it was 30 people that saw it or 30,000 people that saw it, a social media app is ran like through the Wi-Fi of the internet. So technically you took it to the internet. So now I'm just looking at Jasmine like I'm just side-eyeing Jasmine. But I'm like, you know what? Let me just hear her out. Let her finish. But what I liked about this scene is that Nia Lee did not say anything. Okay? Because Nia Lee, clearly, after she went and spoke to Nicole, and then she's cool with the girl Jasmine. Jasmine is throwing Nicole under the bus. Nia Lee didn't say anything. She could have. I thought it would have been flaw of her to jump in with Jasmine and try to hold Jasmine down, or speak against Nicole because Jasmine talked about her, and OG Nia Lee said Jasmine is her dog. That's her. They loyal to each other. Whatever. But OG Nia Lee didn't say anything. She kept the G, and I like that. Another part I liked about this scene is that Sav she wasn't as messy as she could have been, because Nicole said a whole lot more shit than Sav let on that Nicole said. So she could have been real messy, but she just was trying to figure out what's going on. So now in the next scene, all the girls is in the kitchen, they chilling, they rolling up, getting to know each other, whatever. Then it's a girl, Big Lex, comes on, and I'm just like, her confessionals come on, and I'm just like, who the hell who she thinks she is? Who the hell is this girl? You know what I'm saying? Like, she just gave very aggressive, entitled, or something, like, just, I don't know. But I'm like, you know what? Let me just keep watching, because my perception of her could change. So in this scene, the girls decide to play a game, 2 truths and a lie, where each girl is supposed to tell 2 truths and a lie, and the other girls are supposed to decipher what's true and what's a lie. So the standout moment is when Jasmine tells her 2 truths and a lie, and she says, I'm a hustler, I'm a witch, and I'm pussy. So Lex said, I think you're a witch, and I think you pussy. So Jasmine gets mad, other than the fact that she's the one who gave these 3 horrible ass choices, because either way it went, you was gonna look crazy, okay? She gets mad and says to Lex, your mother. Surprisingly, Lex was supposed to jump across that table and beat the shit out of her. But she didn't, and I was shocked, because that moment I was just like, girl, that you brought that on yourself. And then to say someone's mother about it wasn't even that serious. I thought that was cool of Lex, that she didn't jump across the table and try to get at Jasmine. I thought that was cool of Lex. So now, like I said, just that quickly, my little perception of Lex has changed. Now I'm like, all right, she might be cool. But in this same instance, I'm looking at Jasmine. This is another side eye moment with Jasmine. Now I'm like, we got to watch you, because Jasmine ends up apologizing, saying she got the whole game confused. I don't know how, but she said she got the game confused, and she apologized. She realized that it was her bad. You know what I'm saying? So Jasmine is, we're watching you. So now Nicole enters the room. And I'm just like, oh, but Jasmine had just stepped out the room. But Nicole come in on 10, okay? Nicole is on 10. She going off, whatever. You could tell she's the biggest entertainer of the group, okay? She's going off. She's putting on a show. And I'm just watching. I'm just like, Nicole, I just hope and pray that when Jasmine come back, you keep this same energy. So after about 30 minutes of Nicole putting on a whole show, entertaining everybody, doing the most, Naya's like, okay, let's just get the person who you talking about in here. Because I was feeling the same way Naya was feeling, like, girl, like, you know, the girl ain't there. Like, you talking to everybody else but the girl. So Naya did right in that situation. You know what I'm saying? So then in Nicole's confessional, she's like, oh, Naya just wanted to be in the middle of it. No, babes. Naya was trying to get you to cut these theatrics short and get to the person who you talking about ASAP. Because all this that Nicole was doing was getting a bit annoying. It was like, girl, talk to the person. So I like, you know, if I was in Naya's situation, that's what I would have done. Okay. And outside of knowing Naya in real life, I'm happy that she's authentically herself. She's able to get these checks, not doing the most like a lot of the others, and she's staying true to herself and being real. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could tell it's not a character like some others, and I love that for her. Anywho, at this point, I'm just as tired of the theatrics as OG Naya Lee is, and I'm like, where the hell is Jasmine? But then Jasmine is like about to walk in, and I'm like, but you're about to let Jasmine walk in from the back of Nicole, and they did. But I don't know if it was because of the edit or whatever, or maybe, I don't know. That was weird to me that Jasmine was allowed to walk in from the back of Nicole. So now Jasmine inside, and Nicole got to stand on all 10 of her little theatrics and her little performances. She got to keep that same energy. But you know, Nicole drunk as hell, so she all rah. During this whole situation, you know, Jasmine, she keep her cool. She holds her composure. I think because she knew that Nicole was drunk, and you really won't get no cool points. Like, because it was very clear one slap, Nicole was going to fall. Like, it was just very clear. You won't get no cool points like that. So I really respect Jasmine for, like, you know, obviously a person being annoying as Nicole was, you can't really get a civilized conversation going to get to the root of the problem, and everybody say, you know, where they messed up and they sorry and stuff like that. Nicole just kept calling her out her name, whatever. It will annoy you, whether the person drunk or not. You still could get bopped. But Jasmine very much held her composure, and she defended herself. So that was cool. So at the beginning, I was a little iffy about Jasmine, but after the way she handled this situation with Nicole, I'm like, okay, you know, I like her. I like the way she handled that. What Jasmine gave was bad bitch energy. All that other ish that Nicole is doing, she just good entertainment. Wait. Before I forget this part. Jasmine, what stood out to me is that Jasmine said that Nicole not from New York. And I'm like, bitch, what? All this time I thought Nicole was from New York. She be down here acting, repping New York like she from New York. I really thought Nicole was like, what? Somebody really got to tell me, is Nicole, you from New York or not? Because if you ain't from New York, I know, son. And moving right along, we are introduced to another one of the girls that I just so happen to know, Mommy G. But I'm just confused as to why the hell they let Mommy G do her whole introduction scene in Spanish with no damn captions under it, because I ain't understand nothing she said. So now the next wave of girls is introduced. And the more I listen and watch, the more that I realize I'm an auntie. Because all the girls is like, my name is such and such, and you may know me from this show and that show and this and that, and I do this and that. And I'm just like, who are these girls? I gotta be old. But anyway, a girl named LaRue come in and she's like, I'm clocking all the tea. And she reveals that another girl got a problem with Blue Jasmine because this girl says that Blue Jasmine scammed her out of $3,000. And LaRue is just like, you could tell she with the ish. She ready to call everything and everybody out. And I'm just like, I ain't mad at it. At least she owning up to it. You know what I'm saying? So this shall be interesting. Now we get to the scene where everybody is like picking out their rooms and stuff like that, their partners and all these things. And who stood out to me the most in this situation was Maya. Maya gave very much follower vibes. And if you watch the show, let me know if I'm wrong, because she was just following Gorgeous around and she like, oh, where we going, friend? Because me and my friend, we sticking together. Where we going, friend? And it's in the confessionals, Gorgeous doll was like, I don't know this girl from a can of paint. And I was just like, oh, hell no. Yeah, see, Maya, we got to watch out for people like Maya. So now my eyes is on Maya. So the show concludes with the scene of Mommy G going up to Blue Jasmine and asking her for some money back for a lingerie that she went and got for Blue Jasmine. So Blue Jasmine's like, how much was it? I don't recall Mommy G saying how much the price of the lingerie was, but I do remember her saying the receipt is in the bag. But anyways, Blue Jasmine said that Mommy G said, oh my God, that sounds so bestie, but shit, we here again. Blue Jasmine said that Mommy G said that the outfit was $178. So Blue Jasmine said she ended up sending Mommy G $200 and was like, keep the rest for doing me the favor. So I was like, okay, that was cool. So the show concludes with the scene of Mommy G going up to Blue Jasmine and asking her for some money back for a lingerie that she went and got for Blue Jasmine. So Blue Jasmine's like, how much was it? I don't recall Mommy G saying how much the price of the lingerie was, but I do remember her saying the receipt is in the bag. But anyways, Blue Jasmine said that Mommy G said, oh my God, that sounds so bestie, but shit, we here again. Blue Jasmine said that Mommy G said that the outfit was $178. So Blue Jasmine said she ended up sending Mommy G $200 and was like, keep the rest for doing me the favor. So I was like, okay, that was cool. So I guess after Blue Jasmine looked at the receipt, she realized the outfit was only $78 and not $178 like Mommy G told her. So she go back and ask Mommy G back for $100, which I was like, right. That's only right. You know what I'm saying? But Mommy G disregards all the money part. And then she blurts out, oh, you need to give Zen back her $3,000 that you took from her, that you put on top of the money that she had, that she needed to get her ass done. Like, I guess Blue Jasmine was the plug for Zen getting her butt done, but she charged her $3,000 on top of what the price was to get her butt done. So I guess that was the person that LaRue was talking about, the other person that has a problem with Jasmine about scamming her out of $3,000. So this is the situation. So now I'm really confused as if to Mommy G is really playing dumb, or she just wanted to use this situation to have a problem with Blue Jasmine, because this had nothing to do with that. But I'm really genuinely confused if Mommy G trying to play dumb, or if she just made a mistake, if she really just overcharged that girl and made a mistake. I don't know, but one thing I do know about them Spanish girls that be in Miami, okay, if you let them run a quick one up on you, they gonna run a quick one up on you. All in all, that concludes the show, okay? I can tell that I'm going to be traumatized by the last episode, you know what I'm saying? But with $50,000 on the line, yes, I said $50,000, okay? At least these girls get to do the most or act a fool and say I did it for $50,000. Shit, y'all know everything for clout these days. Shit, if you going to do something, at least you can say I was trying to get the $50,000 or I got the $50,000. Anyways, my favorite cast member so far in this episode was Nia Lee, for her authenticity and how she stood on business and didn't have to do the most. She remained true to herself. And I can't wait to see who I gravitate towards next. With that being said, bye, babes. Yeah.